Hey guys, this is my second guide video, Gunslinger slash Time to Hunt guide video. We are gonna go over quick overview, build variations, engravings, tripods, and tips. I'm not gonna do damage comparison between builds or answer to A versus B, which is better, those kind of questions. I used to be a peacemaker main, and now I have 3 Time to Hunt Gunslingers with different builds and 1 peacemaker. This guide is totally based on my personal experience. You need to know there's 2 major classifications under TTH. One is going spec, another one is going swiftness as main stats. The first build is spec TTH. All of your skills will have high cooldown since you are not gonna have high swiftness. So there will be inevitable downtime regardless of your CDR gem. Therefore, your mech contribution is going to be bad because you have nothing to contribute during the mech. But you have the easiest difficulty in terms of the damage rotation while you are doing great damage. If you wanna be a damage MVP or looking for an easy class to play and you don't care about character being too slow or having downtime, spec DTH will be the right tool for you. The second build is swift DTH. They can have 100% uptime and super mobile because of the high swiftness. Therefore, they also have high mech contribution, but they need certain time of uptime in order to outperform other DPS since it's a low damage but high uptime build. If you don't like having downtime or don't care about being on MVP screen, Swift DTH can be your class. It's going to be simple. If you wanna go spec DTH, you wanna have all spec but spec crit or spec swiftness on necklace. And if you happen to be spec crit TTH, you wanna go Nightmare or Salvation as relic set. Technically, Nightmare does more damage, but difference is really minor, so I recommend to just go Salvation. Also, it's really bad if you hit Boundless Mana as Nightmare, which happens pretty often when you are doing easy raid like Barton or you are running 80 Grenade. If you happen to be Spec Swift TTH, you wanna go Hallucination or Salvation. And this is based on the engraving, which we are gonna over a little bit later. Difference between crit and sweep is very minor, but I recommend to go crit Salvation, and that's for now. Since sweep build gets better after Algacia, the new continent release. As a sweep DTH, you have to decide if you wanna do Dominion or Hallucination as your relic set. Dominion does more damage in theory, but you are gonna have to use Conviction Judgment, and it's recommended to have high quality accessories. You won't be crit dependent anymore with Hallucination, but will do less damage. As for engravings, you wanna take Grudge, Kimbrand, Time to Hunt, and 1 Peacemaker. And the reason why you should go Peacemaker 1 is you get the 10% outgoing damage in rifle stance, and most of your damage is from your rifle. Also, you get additional damage from execution phase, so it's very efficient. But Peacemaker 3 is not efficient, since the only execution phase damage increases. Then you can go either Hitmaster or Curse Thrower as your 4th engraving. They do about the same damage, but Hitmaster doesn't work on your awakening, and your awakening does decent damage as a spec heavy. Except the awakening part, they basically do the same damage, so it'll be just based on your preference. Then finally, you can finish your engravings with Adrian 2, unless you have a 9-7 stone or ancient accessories later, then you can do Adrian 3. And this is the only tricky part of TTH. Some people say you should have at least 65% of crit chance for Kimbrand efficiency. Some people say it's 70, some people say it's 75%. But honestly, it doesn't matter as long as you land crit. But since the majority of your damage is from the 4th shot, the 4th shot of target down, 4th shot of focus shot, which is now third shot in KR server with the recent balance patch. Your damage goes down drastically if you fail to crit those 4 shots. Crit chance is always based on your preference, but I think the safe bet is at least 80%. The crit chance is going to be 45% from TTH, 10% from Synergy. If you are going spec crit, you can have up to 17.8%, but let's say it's 16%, and you can have up to 15%, but realistically 10% for now, which is total of 81%. If you want the absolute highest ceiling, which is dropping a gen for Curse Door or Hitmaster, it is recommended to have crit related bracelet, excluding exposed weakness or circulate. You can have up to 7.5% from bracelet, and your crit chance is up to 80.3%. If you are running spec sweep, you usually wanna run hallucination, which will give you up to 25%, total of 80% already. So if you add Adren on top of this, you are gonna overcrit with another crit synergy on your team or a good crit bracelet. So if you don't wanna run hallucination, you must have Adren, which is 10% for most of you guys for now, but your crit chance is still low with 65%, so you need to have an insane bracelet or look for alternative option. If you are running sweep heavy, this 65% is what you'll be at with the Dominion set, which is unreliable in my opinion. So if you wanna run sweep heavy and have some sort of reliable damage without having to rely on another crit synergy, I think it'll be better to go heavy sweep, hallucination. Then consider rebuilding again with the ancient gear. Also, don't forget to add red captain in your build if you are running heavy sweepness. I'll go over on a few tripods because I don't want this video to be too long. And the first one is change of direction against quick aim. Personally, I almost never use quick aim. I have tested intuition and quick aim turned out to be, it improves 0.7 seconds to 0.003 seconds with average of 0.05 each second of frame, and change of direction is a tripod letting you to cast focus shot without having to wait as long as you know you are not gonna get knocked down. Next one is not really a tripod, but I wanna talk about how Garwin doesn't really improve the casting speed of target down. Garwin and the quick game tripod improve the initial animation where you sit down to start sniping at the actual shot speed. The casting speed between the shots can be improved by the attack speed. Fleet effect from perfect shot does decent damage, but that means you are not gonna have any sort of immunity on perfect shot, so you are gonna have to be careful. Lastly, I wanna talk about catastrophe. Again, quick aim only improves the field selection time, not the actual attack speed or release speed. So tenacity is recommended for most of cases, and most people go carpet bombing instead of eternal calamity, since it feels it's much easier to land. But sometimes, if the boss is too thin or you aim it improperly, you are gonna land on your half of carpet bombing, which makes it basically no tripod. So I try to use Eternal Calamity for most of cases and just get used to it, since it does more damage anyway. I wanted to include more tips, but I don't want my videos to be longer than 10 minutes, so I guess I'll make an in-depth TTH video for next time. But if I just drop a quick tip, otherwise I feel bad. You wanna run how big the boss paron is, so you can preemptively stand there and start casting rifle skills, because they are not on instant casted skills. I think that will be it for today. This is my first full voiceover guide. I actually didn't like how some of those turned out, but Hope you guys don't mind it too much. I forced it myself to make it just to see how I feel afterwards and if I can get better. I'll probably catch up with you guys with another DTH guide next time. Until then, see you guys.